this league to find a way to do that. And a couple guys really stepped up, and they had opportunity given to them with the absence of a couple players today. So I was really proud of Justin Smith. He really stepped up and played for us today on both ends. By far his best game of the career. And then I think Juwan and Rob also were fantastic. Freddie in his 15 minutes was really important, especially in the first half with the way he rebounded the ball for us. And you know, most importantly though, had a group that really came to battle, and we're proud of them.
First question. Go ahead, Jeff.
With Robert Johnson, career high in points, but he also, I think, was 7-7 on rebounds and assists. Was there anything in particular you liked the most, or was it the fact that he contributed all across the board?
Just being very aggressive in attack mode. That was a big thing coming off of the Wisconsin game. We're searching for our guards to be able to be more aggressive. We just haven't been able to show the firepower in our backcourt here early in the season. We haven't had enough consistency. So just urging those guys to really be aggressive, attack as best you can. And I thought they did that for the most part. Rob stepped up though. 6 defensive rebounds was really big. 7 assists for him is obviously a high. Tried to limit the turnovers, but Rob played big. He had big finishes there at the end, big free throws, and that's what a senior does. It's just, proud of him. He stays with it. He's a great kid. He works his butt off, and it was good to see him break through with a big game.
Marcus.
Can you talk about just obviously the climate coming in with Reggie Lynch's absence for them? I mean, off the court, there's obviously a lot of distraction, but they also have to play without Amir Coffey as well.
Yeah, I can't really speak to their team. I can speak to our team, and we had a tough break the other day with Duran. That was an unfortunate deal that you just feel bad for a guy when he goes down like that, and then Colin not being able to play today as well, holding him back. Put us in a situation where we really had to thrust some guys in there. And usually when that happens, man, you just have a lot of guys and their senses go up that they're going to have their opportunity. And when they did, we had a lot of guys step up. But Minnesota's a terrific team. Richard's a great coach. They have a lot of pieces around, especially with that backcourt they can build around. Expect them to really figure a way to continue to have a great season because they have a good team.
Mike and Zach.
Do you have anything more definitive on Duran? Broadcast said Achilles.
No, it's a lower leg injury right now. We'll know more this week.
Talking about Justin, obviously he got the 20 points, but he spent a lot of time on Murphy. I think Murphy was 5 of 14 from the floor. He missed a big free throw late. I mean, just kind of what maybe was Justin able to do defensively that helped you guys?
Well, Justin's quick and he has good lower body. He's strength. I think in the first half, Murphy didn't play as much with foul trouble, which was a big help. Obviously, in the second half, he still ended up getting his 18 and 10. He's a tough cover, and he's not just doing it against us. He's doing it against everybody. And but Justin did a good job, man, as a true freshman playing against maybe the premier kid, the premier guy in our league right now. Thought he did a good job. He held his own. He's a tough cover.
Terry.
Zach doesn't have much on the stat sheet, but he played a big role.
Winning plays, deflections, had 4 steals, a couple big ones when we needed it. He deflected one on the break there. Had a big drop off to Justin, which got some momentum back. The offensive rebound late in the game, the guy ended up drawing a foul on it. Was a big play as well. 7 rebounds, 3 assists, didn't turn it over, 4 steals. That's what he does. He helps us win the game.
Mike?
I think right around the under 8, I think you guys took Rob and Juwan out. How important was it just kind of weather that and get those guys one last blow?
Yeah, the staff didn't really agree with me on that one, but Rob asked for a breather, and I looked at the clock and said we at least have enough time, I think, to get Juwan one spell here. It wasn't as much as those two came out and everything went bad. I think at the end of the day, we couldn't score as much without them, but defensively we weren't as good. At the end of the day, they made a little bit of a run. But we were fine. Those guys needed a blow, and they were able to finish the rest of the game.
The hot three-point shooting, especially early on in the game, did that help open up the floor inside?
Oh, for us?
Yeah.
We were hot?
Well, comparatively to other games. 8 made threes.
Yeah, if you make 1 and a half, that's comparably a little bit better than some of the other halves that we've had. But we made some. It opens it up. Makes the game a little bit easier. If you look at our three-point shooting in this game, we made 8 threes. I mean, that's been the one thing. We just haven't been able to squeeze a couple easy ones to go down. You watch Nate Mason and McBrayer and those guys knock those threes, and it's like they make it look easy. When we shoot one, it's like, oh, man. I think tonight was a little bit different. Guys stepped up with some confidence. Rob banged a couple. The big thing was Justin and Juwan. Those guys stepped up with some confidence, wide open, and they made them, and that was a big difference.
Jeff.
Just when you have a situation you're missing guys, like you said, you're battling to find some things. You go on the road, get a win. Is it a confidence builder, or is it just, what does it do for a team?
Well, I mean, every team's a little bit different, but it does show you it just does show you how together you are and how tough you are and how ready you are just because you're going to get an opportunity, what can happen. So many times when everybody's thinking about, well, I wish I could get my chance, or if I do, I wonder if I'll play. Well, instead today it was a lot like everybody was a little bit pinned in the corner. We knew we were in some trouble with guys down. Foul trouble was going to be at a premium, and I think for the most part we weathered first half foul trouble, stayed out of foul trouble in the second half. Kids played hard, guys got an opportunity to play, and they played well. And I've been on 1,000 teams, been around teams that have lost guys, and next thing you know, a guy changes his career. You know, it's a freshman out there today, played huge minutes. Maybe that changes the course of his season. Next thing you know, he goes into an off season as a, wow, it happens. You just have to stay ready. And I think as the season continues to go, if our guys just kind of stay with that mentality and come to work and practice and play with that kind of pop, you know, it would be nice to get some consistency in terms of that type of energy level, that type of effort.
Zach?
You talked about Juwan with the threes, but he's got 20 and 12, 5 offensive rebounds. Is this maybe a little bit more of that setting the bar a little bit higher for him, pushing him a little bit?
Absolutely. He was disappointed after the Wisconsin game. You know, he didn't feel he was very aggressive in that game, and he didn't feel like he got the job done, which is good to hear coming from him. But he was ready today. He was ready in practice the last 2 days, and he was definitely ready coming in here. And he knows right now what this means. He's going to play 40 minutes, and I don't care what position he plays at. He knows right now he's got to deliver, and he did it on the glass, which was really good tonight.
Okay, last question.
You were down 48-40. What did you think was behind your turnaround coming back like that?
We didn't turn the ball. We stopped turning the ball over carelessly again. You know, the careless turnovers, you know, just got out of sorts. And then second half, you know, lack of toughness, ready to go out of the gates defensively guarding the ball. And you know what? You do that at the home team. Just saw it happen in Wisconsin the other day as well. That's not a good recipe. The concentration level from our perimeter players, turning the ball over, absolutely can like destroy the game in 3 minutes. That's what you learn. And I thought once we were able to kind of regroup that, stop turning it over again in transition, we were able to score. When we ran offense tonight, at least when we worked the ball, we got a good shot. And missed some good ones, especially some point-blank ones, but for the most part, it was taking care of the ball.
All right, Coach, thanks.
Yeah.